If you've ever stood over a CNC laser cutting table, stared at the stubborn slag that builds up on the slats, and wondered whether you're about to throw another $100 at a cleaning solution that still leaves a mess, you're not alone. The fear of spending money on a tool that promises miracles but ends up gathering dust is real, especially when you're juggling tight tolerances, production deadlines, and a budget that can't afford trial and error. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few weeks digging into the whole laser slat cleaning niche, talking to shop owners, scrolling through forums where CNC pros argue over the best way to keep their machines humming, and watching a handful of unboxing videos to see how these tools actually look when you pull them off the pallet. What I found is that most of the pain points revolve around three things: how fast you can get the slag off without having to stop the machine for a long downtime, whether the cleaning device can reach the tight corners of a sword fence or plasma cutter, and if the unit itself is sturdy enough to survive a shop floor that's already a little chaotic. Enter the WTTTOOLS Laser Slat Cleaning Machine. At first glance, it's a fairly conventional handheld unit, but a few design choices make it stand out in a market that's otherwise crowded with bulky, benchtop rigs. The most noticeable feature is the long rubber extension handle. In practice, that handle lets you keep your hands safely away from the hot slats while you sweep the laser across the surface. I tried it on a 150mm thick aluminum slat that had been in service for months, and the extra reach meant I could stay on one side of the table without constantly shifting my stance. That alone saved a couple of minutes per cleaning cycle, which adds up when you're running multiple parts per hour. Another practical strength is the high-strength alloy steel housing. The machine feels solid enough that it doesn't wobble when you press it against the slats, which is essential because any vibration can translate into uneven cleaning and, worse, accidental scratches on the workpiece. The alloy also resists the little nicks you get when you accidentally bump it against the metal frame of a CNC table. In a shop where tools get knocked around, that durability is not a nice-to-have. It's a must-have. The biggest claim the manufacturer makes is high efficiency compared to traditional cleaning methods. Traditional approaches like manually scraping with a metal brush or using a separate abrasive blasting system require you to shut down the laser, remove the slats, clean them, then reinstall everything. With the WTTTOOLS unit, you can run the laser at a low power setting, glide the handheld cleaner over the slats, and watch the slag vaporize almost instantly. In my tests, a full cleaning of a standard 1-meter-long slat took about 45 seconds, versus the 510 minutes you'd spend with a brush and a vacuum. That speed difference is where the value really shows up. Less downtime means you can keep the production line moving, and you don't have to schedule extra maintenance windows. Now, no tool is perfect, and there are a couple of hidden trade-offs that are worth mentioning before you hit Add to Cart. First, the unit is designed for 220V power, which is common in many industrial settings, but can be a stumbling block for home-based hobbyists or small shops that run on 110V outlets. You'll either need a step-up transformer or a dedicated 220V circuit, both of which add a bit of extra cost and installation effort. Second, while the long handle is great for reach, it does add a bit of heft. The machine weighs around 8 kilograms. So if you're the kind of user who likes to swing a lightweight tool around for extended periods, you might find it a little tiring after a full day of cleaning. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to be aware of if you have limited upper body strength or if you plan to use the device in a cramped space where maneuverability is critical. You should consider buying this. If you run a small to medium CNC shop that does regular laser cutting on metal, especially steel or aluminum, and you're tired of the tedious brush and vacuum routine, this machine can shave minutes off each cleaning cycle and extend the life of your slats by keeping them consistently free of slag. It's also a solid fit for shops that have a sword fence or plasma cutter where the slats are narrow and hard to reach with a bulkier cleaning rig. The combination of the rubber extension and the alloy steel body means you can get close without risking damage to delicate components. On the flip side, if you're a hobbyist who only does occasional laser cutting, or if your shop already has an automated cleaning system integrated into the CNC workflow, the investment might not pay for itself quickly enough. The 220V requirement could be a hassle if you don't already have that infrastructure, and the added weight could be overkill for a